I want to show you guys how to make this cool Mewtwo home screen layout. Let's get into it. What's going on? I'm on Be Fresh. If you're into custom home screens, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss a video. With that said, let's dive in. The first thing we need to do, we need to go to the App Store and download 4 apps. And the first app we need to download is called Pro Knockout. This will be the photo editing tool we're going to use to edit our photos. This one right here. Next app we need to download is called Gradient Maker. Scroll down a bit, it's this app right here. We're going to use this app to create our wallpaper. Next app we need to download is called Color Widgets. And Color Widgets allows us to add widgets to our screen that we're going to use for our photos. There are a lot of other widget apps out there, but this is the one I like the most. There are a lot of customization options that comes with it, so make sure you get that one. And the final app we need to download is called Pinterest. If you don't already have a Pinterest account, make sure you guys create an account. This is where you're going to be downloading the photos from my Pinterest account, so make sure you guys follow me. After you download those apps, we're going to download the photos. So we're going to go over to my Pinterest. And if you don't already, make sure you guys follow me. All the pins will be in my Mewtwo images folder. So I'm going to click that. We're going to download these photos. And to download a photo, what you do is you click on the photo, you click the 3 dots in the top corner, and then you hit download image. And these download the images to your camera roll. So I'm going to go ahead and download the rest of these, and I'll be right back when I'm done. Alright, after you download those images, there's actually one more photo we need to download. So we're going to go over to our Safari, and we're going to type in Mewtwo ball. And these images will pop up. It's actually this first image, so we're going to click that and make sure it's from Big Bad Toy Store. So we're going to hold that and we're going to hit add to photos, and then we're going to go back. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to edit the photos that we just downloaded. So we're going to go over to our photos, and these are the photos. So the first image, I'm going to go over and we're going to change the color of this one to mono. So what I did there is I hit edit at the top, I hit the center button at the bottom with the 3 circles, and I scroll over to mono, hit done, and then that one's done. Can go over to this next image right here. In this image, we don't actually have to change the color of it, but we do have to flip it and also make the picture's frame a square. So what we're going to do is hit edit. We're going to hit this button at the bottom, third button at the bottom. We're going to hit this flip button at the top, and that flips the image. And next we could just go over to this button right here, and we're going to hit the square, and that'll create a square frame. We could position the picture to the bottom left corner. I find this one is perfect, so we're going to hit done. And the reason we did this is because we're going to add this image to a widget, and the widget that we're going to add it to will have the time on this side and the date down here, so we don't want to cover up its face, which is why we edited the photo this way. So now we're going to go back and we're going to go with the rest of these pictures. So this one, I'm going to hit edit, I'm going to hit the button at the bottom, scroll over to mono, change this to mono. Same thing with this one, edit, this one, and mono. This one actually, We're going to change this one to mono, so we're going to edit. But at the bottom, I'm going to hit, mono. And we're going to make it a square frame, so we're going to hit the third button from the bottom. This one, hit square. And we're going to scale this image up just a tad bit. And position it somewhere right here. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to hit done. And that's that. So we'll go ahead and do the rest of these photos. Only photo we're not going to change the color of is this one. We're going to leave this be. We're actually going to use the natural color of these clouds for our wallpaper, so we won't touch that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and I'll be right back when I'm finished. Alright, finished changing those photos to mono. And actually for this one, we're going to make the frame a square, so we're going to hit the edit button at the bottom. We're going to hit square. And here I'm going to scale it up a bit so that this ball kind of touches the outside of the corners, or the outside edges. And that looks good. So I'm going to hit done. And there we go. Now that we have that, next thing we're going to do, we're going to create our wallpaper. So we're going to go over to Gradient Maker. And for this color 1, we're going to select it. And we're going to drag this little slider here to a grayish color, which is just about here. I think that looks good, so we're going to hit save. For color 2, we're going to select white, so I'm going to drag that slider up to the top left corner, hit save. And then for these X and Y's, you don't really have to worry about it much, but only thing you have to do is drag the X all the way to the right, the Y all the way to the right, this X all the way to the right, and then the last Y all the way to the left. This is how you want to set it up. So we're going to hit save. And then save to our camera roll. And before we exit out of here, we're actually going to make 2 more wallpapers. So we're going to make an all white one, all black one. So for color 1, I'm just going to go all the way up to the top. And for color 2, it's already at the top. And we don't have to worry about these X and Y's. So we're going to hit save. We're going to save that one. And then we're going to do that again, but we're going to make this one black. So drag that slider down. Drag this one down. And then hit save. And it saves. So now we can go back. So now we can apply that wallpaper right now. So we go over to our photos. And this is that wallpaper that we created. So I'm going to hit this button at the bottom. And then I'm going to hit use as wallpaper. Right now it has perspective zoom on. So I'm going to turn it off by just pinching the screen. And it turns it off. I'm going to hit set. And I'm going to set it as both the home screen and the lock screen for now. Go back. And now we have this gradient wallpaper. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to add the widgets to the screen. So to do that, we're going to hold down on the screen. We're going to hit the plus sign in the top corner. And you can search color widgets. And we're going to have 3 of these small widgets. So we're going to hit this one and hit add widget. Adds to the screen. We do that again. Right here it has the color widgets right here, so I'm just going to click this one, add a small widget. I'll do that one more time. There we go. Now we have to add a medium widget, so we're going to hit the plus sign, go to hit color widgets, and I'm going to scroll over to this medium widget, hit add widget. Now I'm just going to reorder them. I'm going to move this one down here, and this is how we want to set up. So that wraps up this video. In the next video, we're going to add our Mewtwo images to our widgets. So be on the lookout for that video. Until then, I'll catch you next time. Peace.